Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, version 6.10 has arrived to Play and Play, and we did have some announcements about stuff that is coming to the game, but the biggest thing that is a change to one of the Void legendaries, Baron, okay? The biggest change is to his Sky Piercer and his base speed. So Sky Piercer is no longer a skill that is activated through using his skills first at a randomness of a 10%, 20%, a 30% chance. Now it's an always available skill with a 4-turn cooldown, which also now ignores 50% of the target's defense, compared to before, which was 100% ignoring. But this time around, you can actually use it from the start of the fight. Will this make a significant change to him? I don't know, because the good thing about Baron before, it was the randomness of the Sky Piercer. You would have it available sometimes twice in a row with the Relentless set. You would have multiple procs and see those big bursts of damage coming in from Baron, and it was like a fun aspect of him. But now what they changed is that they made this as an always ignore of defense. I went ahead and put in some good gear on Baron just to fully test this out and show you guys on how he is, and maybe consider using him. Me myself, I don't see him being used unless you have some other pieces of the puzzle for the arena, especially because he's very fragile of a champion. So let's go ahead and have a look. Let's go ahead and have a look at Baron. So he is a Void champion, so he doesn't care so much about affinity compared to other nukers. So much. I mean, he doesn't care at all about affinity. All he cares is getting his attacks in, and I've equipped him with about 7k attack, 172 speed, 281 crit damage. That is very solid. I could go with attack a little bit higher if I had an empowerment or a blessing. You can go to, 8,000 plus attack if I had those two going, but well, I don't have them, and it was reasonable for me to not try and get them even after I knew about the change that is coming, because I don't think he's gonna matter so much. Like, I did a showcase of Yannicka the other day, and she really surprises me with the full empowerment and the blessings. And now we have a champion where his recent change makes him a little bit faster, so speed goes a longer way with him. He's not as slow as before, which is nice to have. But now the big thing is Sky Piercer, and I want to test that out. I do have him built with this specific mastery page. You can of course go for deterrence. I think that is more worth than methodical that I had him on before. So Helm Smasher, extra ignore of 25% more defense, plus the Savage plus the Cruel set. You're getting the most amount of ignore defense that you can possibly have without an ignore defense skill. So let's have a look at him in the dungeons, right? Of course, dungeons 20 is not the place that you want to be testing this kind of setup. And with the team that I had before, I could do it at 30 seconds. So this team is going to try and put the best buffs possible down, and plus the debuffs from Battle Khazar. That's going to give me a nice solid amount of leeway for me to see, is he going to one-shot the wave? He should one-shot the wave for sure for 20. So let's have a look. About 300,000. It goes too fast for me to actually see. And now I would have the reset, plus he would get that 12% boost to his damage because of the kills that he got before. So I wouldn't even need probably the poisons from Battle Khazar to get the kill here. And now here we get some bigger numbers. Yeah, around that mark, 275,000. But of course, you don't care so much about using a geared up champion like Baron for the dragon. If you are at this point with this amount of gear, or you're looking to use Baron, you want him there to be used in the end game stuff. So we'll have a look at dungeon 25 and then the arena. I'm in platinum right now, so we can test out against those very tough teams. And a big part of the puzzle which he needs, any nuker needs, that is as squishy as Baron. So not like Cadrephone. Cadrephone can survive a little bit with a Duchess in there compared to other champions. Is, I would say, Necrit. I think not having Necrit and trying to compete in arena right now is one of the biggest problems that players have, and that's why I think we're gonna have more 10x's on him in the future, and that's when I'll be trying to pull my shards and hope for the best, right? So he does hit quite hard here on 20. I just wanted to get the run done here. We see some big numbers, about 300,000. He gets as close to as the the max damage nukers would be on 25. So I wonder if on 25 we're going to see the same thing. Is he going to be able to actually fully take down the wave here? I think we're going to have a little bit of an issue. On 25, the defense numbers are very, very high, and the health numbers are also very high. So ideally we're ignoring 100% of the defense right now. We have the poison, so that's 20% more damage because of Battle Khazar. Defense down weaken, increase attack through his aura, increase attack through the buff. So you should see a solid burst right here. So I wonder, again, yeah, 337,000. I mean, maybe if I had more attack, another, I don't know, maybe you had him at 7,500, we would see something better right now. But you saw that we couldn't even take down the wave, and obviously this causes an issue. I want to see him on the boss though and see his numbers there. So this should take a little bit longer. Like, I don't see him being used as an alternate to Seer just because he has that big of an ignore defense. The A2 that he has is very solid because it's a guaranteed defense down. He doesn't need any accuracy, and he really can use it almost against any target that can have debuffs placed on them. If you've got a block debuffs on, even though it says guaranteed debuff, you will not place it because it's a block debuff buff. So that won't allow him to apply the debuff. That's a bad thing. Honestly, that would have made him a little bit better if the guaranteed defense down would have been nice. And also his AI, like that target there, possibly he could one-shot with his A1, and maybe there we could have seen the use of his A1 with the surplus damage going on to the other targets, and see him really solid. So I think the real test is gonna be over in the arena, really, on how you're gonna set up a team properly. So see, now we apply the decreased defense. I want to see Sky Piercer, so that's what I'm waiting for right now. So we have the poisons as well, so maximum damage really that you can get with Baron. Doesn't have it yet, so let's see his A3. So his A3 does damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion, and we do have 6 buffs. Let's have a look. 400k, that's very solid. That's, I think, a little bit lower than the cap of the 10% of the health that the boss would be able to take. I think that's a little bit under. So that's solid already, but I'm doing the best kind of setup right now. The best kind of setup, and the run is taking 5 times longer than I usually do. See the A1. 171,000. That is not bad. That is not bad. Let's just keep on going. Let's try to buff him up as much as possible. So the buffs help with his A3, but we're gonna use his Sky Piercer skill, which is what everyone's here for, really. So let's see. 353,000. So not close. Not close as I could have been there. So I think if they boosted his multiplier a little bit higher, it's currently at a 4.3, I believe, the last time I checked on his multiplier. The ignore defense does help. I would say it makes it almost to like a 6 multiplier, if with basic understanding of how multiplier works. I might be wrong with that, but still, I would say that you saw there his A3 did almost the same amount of damage because we have the decreased defense already. We've got the ignore defense coming in from Hell Smasher. We've got the Savage at the Cruel set. So it's like we have what we have through Sky Piercer already. And I don't know. I'm pretty torn on using Baron anywhere else other than the arena. Maybe for Minotaur, I could use him as like a one-trick pony there to actually solo the whole thing and level up my champions as well. So let's have a look at that with that kind of gear. So that's my best kind of Savage gear that I have. I use it on my Trunda, and she's amazing for especially the Hydra. So let me just place Baron in there, and let's just place, let's say, one champion that I would have wanted to farm some masteries for. Let's just put this guy in there. So he's gonna open up with the A4. So Sky Piercer. Now he doesn't have it, and he goes for his other skills, which is kind of annoying. So if he used his A1, yeah, look at that. So his A1 could have possibly helped me take out the whole thing. There's the Sky Piercer. Look at that. Decreased defense. Solid work there, but he got wrecked. Maybe if I had him a little bit more defensive, he could have taken this out. Maybe with the mastery where your allies die. You could do something. I guess if I do a custom AI here with him, probably lock out his other skills. So first turn, he's gonna use the Sky Piercer, so that's a granted. And then I'll lock everything else out so that when we come to the actual Minotaur, should be fine. But I think the AI should have worked like so. So yeah, look at this. So that's what you want to be seeing. So you want to be seeing him using his A1. I shouldn't be doing that. So pretty strong there. I don't have a way to heal. I didn't get the healing. Yeah, with the healing, he could have probably done it and at about 25 seconds, but I'm not going to change the masteries to healing ones just so I can have a Minotaur farmer. What I usually do is I have 2 champions here and then I farm masteries for 3. So let's have a look in the arena. That's where I want to see him. All right, let's have a look at this team right here. It's got the Mortu, so is Baron going to be helpful here? So he does have the ignore defense. Mortu's going to have high health, so it doesn't really help with that, but it does help with the other targets. Mithrala and Ultimate Death Knight are going to have high defense. I'm not sure about Cardiel. So I want to have a buff removal there, so that's why I have Ramantu. But what other thing I could have had is possibly something like Cernig. Cernig helps with the unkillable, especially against Mortu. And yeah, we've got the stone skin, so that's what I was kind of afraid of. So here I'm gonna try and increase cooldowns. I did on one of them, so yeah, I'll do the unkillable because that's gonna help against the Mortu. I see lots of shields here. All right, so shields are something that we will ignore now with Sky Piercer, but we will not ignore the strengthen and we will not ignore the stone skin. So it won't go through the stone skin. It's going to be very hard, but this Mortu is not protected in any way right now. We did take those 2 out, so that's nice. And almost half of the stone skin from Ultimate Death Knight. So let's see. We counter there. So yeah, counter is nice. That happens. Mortu didn't proc, so we kind of got lucky also there. And the A2 won't go through here, so I might as well try and use the A3 and see. Manage to do something there. There's the freeze that I wanted to see. Here, I wonder if Mortu, yeah, it goes in for the A1. So any single target skills we try to do on Mortu would have gone through onto Ultimate Death Knight. But with defense down, I might proc it. Gonna play it safe here. Try to put the defense down. Let's protect myself a little bit because I know I haven't triggered Mortu yet. Here I can put unkillable. And that should basically protect me against pretty much everything. Look at that. So that's a good way to use this. And then if we had the freeze there, that would have been also nice. But that defense wasn't so much. Like I could have used almost anything against that. That's Bobby from Mad. I'm not gonna try against this team, so I'll get wrecked. All right, we see a nasty team here. Necrit and a Baron and a Leorius. So let's have a look at this one. This will be tough as well. Let's see how many stone skins are in action. Not that many. So here I'll try to take away their skills, and this is how you nullify an enemy Baron basically with the Warlord. The Warlord is just insane. Unkillable is gonna help us with the Leorius. But what I want to do here is I want to try and take out the Duchess. Will I be able to though? Let's see. There's the reaction, and we went through the protection from Necrit. I think Duchess got her skills increase, so that's good for us. No revive. See, some shield, but that's not really gonna do anything. I got lucky there. And a counterattack. The unkillable is really helping. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm using Cernic, because of that. So I'll try to do the A2 here just to prove it's not gonna go through. Oh, it did go through? I think because we did the damage first and then the defense down, that's why it went through and applied it. I don't think it applies on Stone Skin. It would have been reported already by other players. And I think I got lucky there with the removing of the unkillable from Leorius, but that was like a solid kill. Let's trying this team out to see with the Cubitus in there. Lots of Stone Skin there. Just gonna wait those out. That's probably like a really slow Cubitus. And they will take a turn probably. Did increase their cooldowns, so that's nice. Okay, there's the big shield. And do this. I am protected now because of that. And there's no more Stone Skin. So I could try do something against that team. They will attack me, but it doesn't really matter. As long as I can get a hit in with Cubitus. Probably use my A1 there. Look at that. With 1 health. Like, you need the protection, so should be able to take him out and then take out the others with the A1. That was solid, but yeah, I've been testing this out for a little while now. The cutest teams are the most annoying, and that's where you need the protection. Like this team right here, it's got a Lydia. Kind of the same concept here. I'm gonna try and do. Wonder how strong that Cubitus is. It's a 2-turn Stone Skin, so it's very annoying by itself. Gonna try and take out the Mithrala and Lydia here. Reaction there is it's annoying, extremely annoying, and the two-piece Stone Skin is gonna protect him for the remainder of the fight. Get a counter, that was lucky. And probably gonna die here, but wonder how much damage we're looking at. Went through the Stone Skin. Got lucky there. Can I freeze? Did I get lucky with the freeze? Yeah, I got lucky there with the Cernig. It's basically like a Cernig Warlord showcase here. Anyway, guys, this was the showcase of the Baron. I'm not really surprised about the Skypiercer skill. It does have the potential use, but you gotta be very selective on which skills. He's gonna be used on offense more than anything, I would say, compared to defensive champions. You're gonna see the Cubitus still on defense for the arena. You're gonna still see the Leorius, which has the protection through the unkillable. Baron himself doesn't have anything to protect himself. It's very squishy. If you don't have a Necred, he's basically dead and just gonna get destroyed. So I would say use him on offense, but if you don't have the gear and you don't have any other nukers, then basically forget about arena competing, at least to get into platinum. This was the video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.